Get to work, baby.
Canelo is fully prepared to drop Crawford when they clash in the ring. Recent training footage shows him taking an ice-cold bath, one of the methods used to ensure quick recovery and peak physical condition. This routine is part of a focused, no-nonsense camp led by trainer Eddie Reynoso, where every detail is aimed at enduring a full championship-level battle.
Is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring!
As training continues, attention is shifting to the other side. Terence Crawford's latest footage has sparked concerns among fans and analysts, who believe the added weight may be slowing him down. Reports suggest Crawford has gone from 155 to 186 pounds during camp, focusing on resistance training and increased food intake.
The thing about Crawford is, he believes he's on it. Like, he believes he's the one. So that's the difference between him and any other fighter that Canelo fight. Because Canelo, people fight the idea of Canelo Álvarez opposed to fighting individually. The thought of him is what puts fear in their heart. But he doesn't care about that because he said he's Terence Crawford, so it's a totally different thing. So if he can implement his strategy and ride it out to the end of the fight.
While that may boost his size and power, fans have noticed a dip in speed and sharpness in recent footage. The clip shows Crawford in the gym, bigger, stronger, but slower than what they're used to seeing. This transformation could cost him the edge that has long set him apart. Roy Jones Jr. has weighed in on the size debate. In 2023, Jermell Charlo jumped from 154 to face Canelo Álvarez but fell short on the scorecards. Unlike Crawford, Charlo had spent most of his career at 154. Ahead of the Canelo fight, Jones predicted Alvarez would control the action but admitted Crawford has a real shot if he dominates the center of the ring and forces the pace. The weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. If Canelo does what he should, he wins. If he doesn't, Crawford wins. If Crawford controls the center, he wins, Jones said.
All be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch. Yeah. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford. A Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights.
In an interview with the Ring magazine, legendary promoter Bob Arum assessed Crawford's chances of stopping Canelo, saying he has the power to end it early but expects the Mexican star to go into a shell to avoid the first stoppage loss of his career. I think Crawford will win a wide decision. It'll either be a knockout or a wide decision, more likely a wide decision because Canelo is going to go into a shell. People don't realize how far back Canelo has gone. It wasn't just the last fight with William Skull, but the fights before that, Arum said. Still, not everyone agrees, with some viewing Crawford's jump in weight as a mistake.
Because I think it's safe to say Terence always fights. He doesn't know anything else. So then it could be a very good, interesting fight.
You've always praised Terence as a special fighter. Do you think he can beat Canelo?
Who is Canelo? What Canelo is going to show up? The Canelo who's looking to cash a big check, or the Canelo that really wants to fight like...
Some believe the step-up will be too much for Crawford, and one of Canelo's former opponents has shared his view. Former WBO super welterweight champion Liam Smith, who faced Alvarez in September 2016 and lost via 9th-round stoppage, told First Round TV how he sees the upcoming fight. Smith pointed to Crawford's performance against Israel Madrimov last August as a sign he may struggle with Canelo's size and strength. A good fight, but I think Canelo is just too big, too solid. He's shorter than me, it's crazy, but he's solid. We saw it when he fought Charlo. He'll stalk him and just be too big. A lot of people aren't looking at Madrimov. We saw Crawford struggle at 154. Madrimov is a poor man's Canelo, if that makes sense, Smith said.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Crawford might look sharp in some rounds, especially early, but Smith believes Canelo will stalk him and apply relentless pressure. He's just too solid and too big. It's at 168. If they gave Crawford a fight at 147 next, he can make it. Anybody fighting at 147 shouldn't be anywhere near 168, Smith said, predicting a Canelo win on points. WBA welterweight champion Rayleigh Romero also weighed in on the super fight, expressing doubt that Crawford can overcome the size gap. We got to give salutes to Terence Crawford. He's moving up 2-3 weight divisions to fight this dude, Romero told KO on SI. The outspoken Las Vegas native then criticized Canelo's tendency to target smaller opponents. But what is Canelo doing fighting a welterweight for a paycheck? Kind of disrespectful. Why doesn't he go and fight Benavidez like a real man? Romero added.
It's a big fight.
No?
I think Canelo Benavidez is a big fight.
I think that's huge.
I don't think a dude moving up 3 weight divisions to go fight a dude that's twice his size, you know, I know he looked bigger than him the other day, but I mean, obviously, you know, regardless, I don't think that's not making a big fight.
Crawford remains unfazed by the underdog label in his fight with Canelo Álvarez. It's the first time since his 2013 bout against Brady's Prescott that bettors are favoring someone else. When asked about it, he shrugged. It definitely don't matter, said the 37-year-old Crawford, coming off a big win over Errol Spence. The odds can't fight for him. It is what it is.
Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
One reason many fans lean toward Canelo is the size difference. While Crawford is slightly taller with a longer reach, Alvarez carries more weight, something Crawford is already preparing for. He's the bigger man. I expect him to box a little bit, but I also expect him to try to walk me down and be the bigger man, Crawford said.
You know, what about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true. But you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Crawford says he is preparing for anything and feels honored to be part of one of boxing's most monumental fights. Both of us got a lot to lose but a lot to gain, he said, promising it's going to be a hell of a fight. Canelo, for his part, has remained respectful, calling Crawford a complete fighter and noting that his ability to switch stances and adapt rivals some of the best he's seen, including Floyd Mayweather. Still, the focus in camp has been less on admiration and more on applying pressure.
But you know me. I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turkey Al-Sheikh ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
Canelo is drilling body shots with precision, flowing into hook-to-head combinations and pushing the pace in sparring. He's training like a bigger man intent on walking his opponent down, forcing sharp exchanges, absorbing movement, and then closing the gap. Reynoso's camp is sticking to the same blueprint used against Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, and Charlo, all of whom eventually folded under pressure. They believe Crawford will face the same fate.
He acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch.
Carl Frampton's candid Terence Crawford versus Canelo Álvarez prediction, which left some fans laughing, has sparked new debate in boxing circles. Speaking to pro boxing fans, the Irish fighter said, "I think Crawford wins. I said it when he beat Errol Spence, and everybody laughed at me. I said it that long ago. I genuinely believe Crawford wins." Frampton, a former two-weight world champion, has long admired Crawford's ability to control range and adapt mid-fight. However, he admitted the bout might not be the most thrilling to watch. "I think it is a great fight, might not be the best fight in the world to watch. For Crawford to win, it will have to be a boring fight. I think Canelo's fights are now slower than they used to be." But do you see it the same way? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.